Good morning. Good afternoon.
Yes, we're borderline. Good afternoon. How are you?
Very good. Nice to see you again. I love that color on you.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel spring
Yes,
today.
I was purple. Bring it out. You were so
Yes,
colorful
you
yesterday.
look great too. I love your colors. Hello. Hi, hey, love. Hi, everyone. People are checking in. Oh, before we start, I was re-listening to my human design. Very
Mm.
powerful. I loved it.
What 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 stood out for you when you re-listened to the replay?
Well, I'm gonna say it after when we start, but your best description of me
Mm.
is I'm fairy dusting. I love that. I'm like, oh my God, she got it on point. You're magnetic. You make magic happen. You're fairy dusting. Wow,
Yeah.
that's like all these nice
Yeah.
compliments. I know what you do is you plant the seed, but
And
also you.
I pulled out other gates that are not on, that wasn't on your reading,
Okay.
but just for our call. So I'll share that after.
Okay.
And just the little bit of your story that I know you're gonna
Yeah.
get.
Wonderful. Hi, everyone. Hi, Rihanna. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give a little introduction. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to our Power Lunch Live. Today, our guest is Desiree Ruiz. She's a certified spiritual life and purpose coach, a business doula, and community organizer on a mission to support female entrepreneurs to be the very best version of themselves so they can align their business with their soul's purpose. And she uses human design, which you all should know what this is because I had the luxury of using it. Thank you. I really enjoyed it. She uses human design as a powerful tool and entry point to support her clients. So Desiree, welcome to our Power Lunch Live.
Thank you so much for having me. Hello, everybody. I'm so here and to see you again after
Yes,
yesterday. Yeah.
yes, so nice seeing you. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in our questions because I'm sure people are curious out there. What does she do exactly?
Mm.
And do you want to tell us what is human design?
Yeah, human design is a mix of ancient and modern sciences. So it's a combination of the Hindu chakra system,
Mm-hmm.
the I Ching, which is an ancient Chinese text, the Kabbalah tree of life, quantum physics, and astrology. So it's this beautiful mix of sciences, new and old,
Mm-hmm.
that gives us a blueprint. So how does it do that? We need your date of birth, the exact time and place of birth, and basically with that information, it generates a chart, a body graph,
Mm-hmm.
called, and it's a blueprint. So you have this visual tool that tells you where the energy was the day that you were born. And there are so many nuggets on this chart because essentially this is saying that the energy was here. So this is your purpose, and these are your gifts or clues to your gifts and what you're here to do in this life or in this body.
Nice. Well, I have a question. I know this wasn't prepared, but because I had the human design done and I really enjoyed it, a lot of things you said I know, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But do you help people, give them awareness, like plant the seed, and for them to realize this is their strength and this is what they're not good at and this is what they should work at?
100%.
Yeah.
And magic
Okay.
of human design, the magic of human design is that is this beautiful tool
Mm-hmm.
that helps us understand ourselves better. Because, when my clients, a lot of the times we think something's wrong with us. We think we're doing it wrong.
Right.
So there is this doubt that all of us have.
Mm-hmm.
And so, human design again is this beautiful, magical tool, magical and powerful tool
Very
that
powerful.
helps us understand ourselves and align with ourselves, but it also helps us, it brings more harmony in our relationships, in our teams, in our partnerships, in our parenting. Because when we start to understand, when we start to understand ourselves and each other
Mhm.
and how we are all, and remember that we're all energetically different,
Right.
right?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that energy type. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. To answer your question, yes, that is what I do. I help people remember and reconnect to their gifts and their strengths because oftentimes, we're going a mile a minute and we build businesses, for example, because we think we should do this and everybody's doing this, but how many people have you seen in your world that are burnt out, right? And
Exactly.
when I take them, it's like, okay, but why did you build the business? Is that actually something that you've always wanted to do? What did
Right.
you like to do when you were younger? Really really reconnecting and helping people see the red thread of their life and what they actually enjoy versus what society or what the logical mind has forced us or motivated our decisions. So I help people really connect to their body and their themselves.
Themselves, exactly. Or you could be just a reminder. For
Mhm.
example, today I was listening to the recording and it was a reminder, even if I knew some of my strength or my positive or my negative, but it was a reminder for me to implement it or maybe to appreciate more what I do
Yeah,
and embrace
and then
it.
I remember our reading because and again, it is either I'm helping them see or it affirms exactly what you just said. It affirms
Right.
that you are on the right track. And oftentimes people come and get a human design reading from me and they it affirms and they say, oh my God, my family wanted me to go right. I always wanted to go left. And they went left
Exactly.
against what everybody told them to do. And then human design again was this affirmation that, yes, by you choosing to go left your whole life, it actually brought you to more happiness, to more freedom, to anchoring in on your purpose.
Mm, absolutely. And in order to do someone's human design, you need the right birthday, right?
Well, yeah, the
The
time of
time.
birth. But
The time of birth. Yeah, I remember I had to call my mom. What time was I born
yeah,
again?
some people know their exact time of birth. I know that there is somebody. I heard that there is somebody that you can call. I think you can go to the hospital. But I also we it's also based on intuition, right? Like
Right.
human design is a tool. It's not the be all or end all. At the end of the day, it's a bridge to help you connect to your intuition. So
Okay.
if
No, you're right, but what I'm getting at is if we're off half an hour, will it make a difference?
oftentimes no, sometimes it does, right? And
Okay.
then we look at that together. Like I have a lot of clients that don't know their exact time of birth, but
Okay.
then we gauge it, right? I'll input different times and we'll see. Sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't, and you know,
Okay.
we
Okay. So you'll walk us through if we need help, if somebody needs
yeah,
help for that. Okay.
absolutely.
And what got you into this? Like, how did you learn? First, how did you learn? You must have took courses, I'm sure.
Yes, I got certified a few years ago during the pandemic. I was listening to a podcast,
Okay.
heard my teacher, Jenna Zoe, being interviewed, and she was talking about her experience with human design. And she was very successful, checked off all the boxes, had a very successful business, I think, in fashion, and did it, right? She did everything that she was supposed to do. She got a human design reading and completely shifted her life, created what is now known as My Human Design. She's huge online,
Okay.
but again, grounding it took all the strengths that she learned in school
Hmm.
and all of knowledge, but grounded in something that was completely hers. And on the podcast, she said, I believe all parents should learn this for their children. And I'm a mother, I have a daughter, a 9-year-old daughter. And when I heard that, I said, I want to learn. I need to learn this because I want to be a better mother. And I got curious and then I rabbit holed and decided to get certified or took Jenna Zoe's courses.
Okay.
And with the intention to learn more about my daughter, but I actually learned more about
Mm,
myself. I learned more.
mm,
I learned more.
that's nice.
It made me a better co-parent where I'm co-parenting her. So it helped me with my relationship with her father. It helped me in my business with my clients. Like again, it just gave me this deeper understanding of myself and how I want to, how to show up with other people.
Right. That's nice. So it did change your life.
Oh my God, completely changed my life. Completely, completely,
Oh.
completely. It helps me. I'm more confident now in terms of making decisions. You know, I grew up to, again, make the logical decisions, make the decisions that were safe. Uh,
Right.
and they did get me, they did keep me safe. But then you reach this point where you're like, ugh, it doesn't feel right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so human design has helped me, again, lead with purpose, lead with my body versus my mind, and connect to my body. So
Connect with your intuition, with your feelings,
yeah,
with what we're built with.
absolutely. Yeah. And it's complete, like I said, it's trickled into everything in my life. I no longer feel this need, or I feel less of a need. And I think that comes with age also, but I
Mhm.
don't have this need to be seen or to be validated. I'm standing more confident in who I am, how I want to show up. Whereas before it was, see me, am I doing it right? Am I doing enough? You
Okay.
know, whereas now,
Right.
based on the information on my chart, it really validated that I've been on the right track. All of those really, really dark moments
Mm-hmm.
were bringing me closer and closer to um, the information on the chart. And what I love to share, like a visual for those of you that are listening that are visual, think of, you know, we're born into this world and we're, you know, there's a highway. Picture this beautiful highway, maybe in the desert, and there's, you know, a beautiful sunset at the end of this highway, right?
Mhm.
So
We
we're,
have to make sure we're driving on that
well,
highway.
so you know, we get a body and it says, Andrea, this is your highway, follow this highway and you're going to live a life full of
I
purpose and
love that.
alignment.
I love that.
But what happens? There's exits. So exit, no, Andrea, you're this nationality, no, you're this religion, no,
Right.
your friends want to go here, and so you get further and further away from the highway, right? Which
Mm.
is okay, is life human, but then you get lost. Many of us get lost. We burn out. We don't feel fulfilled.
Right.
So human design is the roadmap that helps you start to see the highway again.
Mm.
Yeah.
You did mention that. You mentioned that also in my reading. Um, you speak a lot about energy.
Mm,
And I've noticed, I remember when we did the human design reading for me, you described 5 energies,
right.
and you're able to tap and tell us which one we are,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And is that the one where you relate it to animals?
Yes.
I
Yes.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you want to talk a little bit about
Yeah.
the
So in
energy?
human design, there are five. So think astrology. You know, the Taurus, Cancer, all of these things. In human design, there are five types.
Okay.
And five energy types. And so they are the manifester, the generator, manifesting generator, projector, and reflector. And so to help, again, I'm very visual and I find that we learn best by visualizing it. So to
Mm-hmm.
help my clients understand the energy types, and again, bringing it back into your everyday life is I use animals. So think just in your household, think in your team, think, you know, at events, think we're all different animals with different energy types, right?
Right.
Mm, and so the first energy type is a manifester, and so the
Mm-hmm.
manifester energy is very, they are the fire starters, they are the people that go first, they are the revolutionaries. So the animal is an elephant or a lion depending on what you connect with. So if you think of the elephant, so they just go, they take charge, they have an urge and they just have to go. So an elephant is just chilling by the water, they get an urge and he just gets up and
That's it.
rushes through.
Nothing stops
Nothing
them.
stops. So the energy of a manifester. So think, and this it gets really, really fun when you start to think of the people in your life. Like you might have
Right.
a friend that's like, I'm picking up and I'm leaving, I'm moving to Thailand, right?
Right.
Or they get this urge, you know, Johnny Depp is a famous manifester. Look at his movies, right? He just gets these urges and gets these
True.
things and goes. So the second energy type is a generator. You are a generator.
Yeah.
So Oprah is a generator. Ellen DeGeneres is a generator, you know. So the generators are here to dance with life, you know, they are the lighthouses, they are the fairy dusters. The more you dance with life, the more energy you're sprinkling out into the collective, right? uh,
Mm-hmm.
the animal that I like to use for generators is a deer.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think of a deer, when you see a deer in the forest, you know, but eating berries off of a tree, what do you feel? They're majestic when you see a deer,
True.
right?
You're right.
And that
Yeah.
deer is dancing with, is just doing the things that lights them up. So, or
Mm-hmm.
think of, you know, think of Maya. Our common friend Maya is also a generator. When
Right.
she's lit up by life, you're connected to them. You're connected to
Yeah.
their, it's
To
very,
their energy. You're right.
so the animal is the deer for that. The
Mm-hmm.
third one is a manifesting generator. So manifesting generators are similar to generators, but think very fast. They move very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like very master things very fast. Famous manifesting generators are Tony Robbins, Jessica Alba, Beyonce. So very fast. My daughter is a manifesting generator. So the animal is a wild horse or a wild zebra. So my daughter has a lot of energy. And now I have this, I know, well, I use human design to parent her, and I know that she's a manifesting generator. I know she has a lot of energy. I want to help her
Right.
thrive. I want
Right.
to hold
That's
space
going
for
to guide you. That's a guidance for you.
100%,
Yeah.
you know, but I know I don't have to keep up with her. I don't have to keep up with her. But I know I'm a wild horse. Slow down a little bit. Mommy can't go that fast, right? I'm vocalizing it. She knows she's fast. She's proud to be fast. And oftentimes the manifesting generator clients, when they come to see me, they say, Desiree, something's wrong with me. I have a million ideas. I want to do a million things.
Mm-hmm.
Something's wrong with me. I can't stay in one lane. And I often say, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You just master things very fast,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And then the fourth one is a projector. I'm a projector, and so the projectors are here to guide, to tweak, to share, or to see things
Mm-hmm.
from their unique vantage point. And so the animal that I use for projectors is a bird. That's why I have a bird on my in my avatar.
Oh,
And
yeah. There you go.
and if you think of, you know, Disney movies, um, who, you know, when Little Mermaid, they're like, where do we go from here? It's always the bird
That's true.
that's telling.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah,
That's cute. That's
yeah.
nice. I
And
like that. I like that. The energy type, and it puts you in the right category. I've had requests which I didn't even know that existed. Someone asked me to, how do we balance our chakras? So
mm,
I didn't even know that existed until, I met you and we spoke. So is this something you do, or is it possible, or can you
balance.
tell us a little more?
I don't balance. I don't per se do that. I mean, in my Dharma, I offer coaching, but it's not necessarily focused on balancing chakras. Um, but I actually had an event a few weeks ago with my friend Nova Luna is here, where
Okay.
a well, my friend, we did it at Nova Luna at the store, and my friend and sound healer Barbara was there, and she did sound therapy to help balance your chakras.
Well,
So
oh yeah, they say that helps. That's true.
sound, yeah, but it's tuning forks. It's a very different. It's not sound healing. It's not a sound bath. It's sound therapy. It's very different. We could talk about that later. You could tell that person to reach out.
Okay, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to this person. We'll have a sound therapy session next
Oh, yeah.
time. I'm sure, wait, there's a lot, but because we only have half an hour. But my next question was, can you tell me more about soul's purpose?
Yeah. So I'm a certified Dharma's coach. So what is Dharma? Dharma is your soul's purpose, right? Going back to this highway, that visual that I gave you.
Mm,
That's why human design, and that's why you had mentioned in the intro, I use human design as a starter
okay,
point, right?
okay.
Because we're all feeling, or we all, most of us at one point don't feel fulfilled and feel lost, feel stuck. Um, and what I do is I help people reconnect to their soul's purpose, their dharma.
Oh,
I
wow.
help them back onto that highway, or I help them see the highway, right?
Mm,
um, and because we all have a unique purpose. We all have a unique purpose.
That's
There could
true.
there
That's
could be a
true. You just have to see it,
we
right?
have to see it, and it's not necessarily related to work. It's your purpose, like my purpose is not just related to work. My purpose is to help people connect to themselves, others, and beyond in more meaningful ways. And I do that as a parent. I do that with my one-on-one coachings. I do that in, my work as a community organizer. I do that with the events that I hold. And I'm grounded in that. And so it helps me make my decisions. So everything just feels more aligned and more flow for me, right? When
Okay.
I'm grounded in my soul's purpose, my dharma, my why, a lot of people are finding their whys.
Mm-hmm.
So the dharma, your soul's purpose, is your deeper why, if anything,
I see.
right?
Okay. And that's not with human design. That's
Yeah,
not the same thing. It is. It's aligned.
design is the entry point, right?
Okay.
Because you can't, like, it's one of the steps to finding your soul's purpose.
I see. Okay. So you start with human design, and from there, there's different paths to get to the soul
Yeah,
purpose.
because just look what happened with you. So we did the reading. I explained human design, and then during the call, you said, "Oh my God, yes, I know that. Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, this," and then it makes you remember,
True.
right?
True.
And
That's so true.
I know we're almost, but just to talk about your chart and your gifts, again, the human design, what is on a human design chart? There are clues to your gifts, clues to what you're here to do in this life, clue to your strengths, also clues to your shadows and why you could be feeling stuck, right?
Mm.
And so some things on your chart, you have energy around the gate of growth. So someone that's here to help us maximize potential. You also have a lot of intuition on your chart. So someone that just knows what will be successful. You have the gate of caring. So someone with a natural ability to care for others. I mean, look at your work. You
Mhm.
have the gate of power and charisma, somebody with the energy to bring people together. Again, you
Connect.
have the gate of depth, wisdom, and intuition. And there's also this aspect of intuition around design and beauty. And look at your work. And there's also energy around being the problem solver, right? So again,
Again, exactly. Well, the more you get to know me, and we've been seeing each other more often at events, and if you look at the human design, it's pretty accurate,
but that's what,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is again reconnecting to your purpose, your soul's purpose, because oftentimes, and if you look back at your life, were you always like this,
Mm.
right?
Well, maybe I was, but it wasn't as activated because
Hmm.
I'm getting back on the highway.
Yeah, back to the highway of that. Yeah.
So, and is the aligning, so why is it so important for us to align our business with our soul purpose?
Hmm. Because, like, why compartmentalize things?
Mm-hmm.
Like, often, again, how many entrepreneurs do you see? They build because of, okay, I'm going to do this because they're not necessarily doing it because they want to do it.
Right.
They're doing it because everyone's doing it, or there's an opportunity. And I'm not saying don't jump onto opportunities, but when you start to connect your soul's purpose,
Mm-hmm.
or when you start to ask yourself why, right? Take a minute to just ask yourself, why am I creating this? Why is it important? What impact do I want to create versus moving with a chicken, like a chicken with no head, right?
Right. True.
Yeah.
And
So
is this what your therapy or your session or what you offer, is it just for female or is it for both? Or do you have a certain age that you like to deal with?
no, it's really, at first I really was working with women, with moms, but then
Mhm.
more and more entrepreneurs were like, no, again, curious about human design, and then curious about how to align, because again, showing up online, how many people don't feel comfortable showing up online? So many tools and so many clues and nuggets in human design to help you use your energy type to show up. There's also clues as to what you're here to communicate and
Right.
how you're how to
And
communicate.
how you're communicating it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I started, right? This live, it's all being part of supporting businesses.
Mm,
They don't have to be local now that we're live.
yeah.
You could be living in, in Toronto for all I know. So it's great. And a lot of those therapies now are done online. Do you meet everyone in person or do you have classes you give online?
Online. Everything
Online.
is online. Sometimes
Okay,
in-person events, but mainly everything is online. So I'm accessible online to
that's
anybody. Oh,
great.
yeah.
And how long you been doing this? I forgot to ask you.
It's been about 3 years now. It's been about
Okay.
3 years, the human mind and the soul purpose. Again, and then the soul purpose coaching was just this natural evolution, right? It just
Mhm.
that the deeper I got connected with myself and the things that brought me joy, right?
Absolutely. And we're hearing more and more about it too.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. All right. Well, in case people want to get in touch with you, everyone, thank you for joining our Power Lunch Live. I'll get you, hopefully, you had a chance to have lunch. You could reach out to us, altitudeconnection.com website, or, with Desiree or with me on Instagram. So if you'd like more information, please reach out and get to know your why so we
Yeah.
can get back on the highway. Right?
Yes. I and
Well, thank
very
you. Thank
thank
you
you so
for joining. Thank you, everyone.
thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.